Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You found the Olsons. Gone again. This weekend, mid-September 2025, we are in Wonewak, Wisconsin, at the Howling Hills Campground. Wonewak is kind of south-central, south-ish in Wisconsin, and I don't know, we decided that we should go and explore the cheese trail today. So we're gonna get the four-wheeler loaded up and get on the trailer, and we'll show how we decided to haul the 950 and the 500, Jazz's 500, on the same trailer. So this week's configuration is a little bit different, since we only brought the 500 on the big truck and brought the little trailer with the 950 on it. So we're going to get the 500 off the truck, get the mounting for the 500 on the trailer. We put that right up in front here, and when we get that done, I'll show you how we do that. All right, so we got the trailer hooked up, and we use the short ramps off from loading the four-wheelers onto the semi. I mounted them in, put some bracing in, and we can drive the 500 right up and leave it right on there. The bracing that we put in is right about where the wheels are, so we're pulling down against that bracing, so they're not just sitting on them ramps. We've hauled it where we've turned the four-wheeler, but that is a lot of work. So we decided to try to come up with a better solution. So I'm gonna get the 950 tied down and hit the 500 up on there, and I'll show you what we look like when we're all ready to go. All right, we are all loaded up, strapped down, and we always use the over the tire strap methods or through the rim. We've been doing that for years, and I wish that more people would. Binding the suspension down on these machines is not a good idea. The best thing you can do is allow them to float the way the manufacturer intended them to. That's what the suspension is for. You bind them tires down so they can't move, but you allow a little bit of movement on the suspension, helps out the trailer, doesn't put all that stress onto the tires. But it's a load, but calculated numbers, weight wise, it's right at the legal limit of what this 3,000 pound trailer can handle. Weight of the trailer plus the two vehicles and a little bit extra. Truck looks good, sits good. We did take it for a test ride back at home, so we knew things will work out just fine. Now we have a hour and a half or so drive from here at the campground in Wonewak to Mineral Point, Wisconsin, where we're going to go explore the cheese trail today. So when we get a little bit closer, or when we get there, I'll come back and we'll show you what we're up to and show you a little bit of the trail. We've never been on it before, so new experience for us. All right, we are in Mineral Point, which is the northwestern start of the cheese trail, and we're parked in town, and Now we're gonna get unloaded, and we're gonna go put some fuel on, and or in, or whatever you want to call it, and then we'll start riding. And I think this is 47 miles from here to Monroe, with a bunch of small communities in between, and we'll see where we end up, and we'll take some video out on the trail. And Jazz is already starting to get everything unhooked. I was going to point out that because we're far back in the trailer, we pull to the center, and that might be controversial in some people's opinions, but put in the comment, do you think it's a bad thing to pull front, back, and back forward, or do you have to go in any direction? And I don't know. I think as long as they all stay tight, they're always on tension, so nothing ever moves around for us. So if you guys have an opinion, go right ahead and let us know. All right, we're loaded up. We'll get some fuel, and we'll head on the 47 mile out, 47 mile back cheese trail, starting in Mineral Point. Probably already said that, but now it's recording. right. We're 49 miles in. We're at the other end of the, we're at the Monroe end of the cheese trail, and it's time for some custard. So, yeah, we're gonna go in and have some custard and get ready to make the, I don't know, what did we take? About 2 hours to get here? Yes, but we left at noon, 2 hours. Wasn't too busy. It was more off-road bikes than we've seen on trails back home, so that's interesting, but a little dusty, but not too bad. We'll catch up later. Whew. Well, we made it back to Mineral Point, back to the beginning, back to the start. We ran the entire cheese country trail, and it's 119 miles. 119 miles and about 6 hours, right? Now, we did take a little bit of time when we went stopped at Culver's, but for the most part, it was pretty nice. We, if we'd had time, we'd have stopped the Tri-County ATV Club. I think they're the ones that do the maintenance and take care of this this trail. They're having their fundraiser this weekend. They got a pavilion that's right on the trail, probably 2-3 miles from where we're at here in Mineral Point. And I don't know if they had a DJ or a band or something playing. And was it a band? Okay, they had a band. That's what I was kind of thinking. Man, it was just packed. They look like they're having a great time. The general consensus of the riding group is that 118 miles on any trail is probably too much. But it's all gravel. It's like driving on a single lane road for the most part. No, I think when you get into trails that are steeper, trails that have some dimension to them, you're not going to go 118 miles on them. It doesn't matter if you're on a four-wheeler, side-by-side, fully enclosed Can-Am. But it's time. We got to get loaded up here and hour and a half trek back to the campground. So yeah. We'll probably walk around the campground or show you the store and stuff like that. Catch you later. All right, they're all strapped down. I don't think they're going anywhere. Around the tires, through the rims. All right, now we're off to the campground. All right, so this is the game room and bathroom facilities. Oh, this is pretty nice. Four stalls, couple sinks. Video poker machine, pool table, basketball game, table tennis, women's bathrooms, handicap shower. Jazz used the showers here yesterday. She said they're pretty nice. Included, which is always nice.
It's like not in tool still. Yeah.
All right, looks like everybody has left me. Almost everybody's left me. But so I'm going to put in the video here, I'll show you the inside of the store. They've got sweatshirts with their name on it and stuff like that. They've got different different supplies, canned stuff, coffee, sodas, game room, bathrooms are nice. Jazz showered there yesterday after our ride, and she said obviously there's no pay to them and all that good stuff. So I'm out in front of the 6 rental units they have here, cabins. Now these don't have water to them, but they have electric. They got window air conditioners, so they got some cooling in them and whatnot. They have them all lined up out in front. There's kind of the entrance and the highway beyond that brown house. This used to be an air park. They were talking about that this has got one of the longest, it's decommissioned at this point, grass runways. And the original person who came up with this idea, so when you look at this place on like Google Maps, the pin shows it as a air park, which is permanently closed. But the idea was that you'd fly in, camp here, and keep going. I probably shouldn't, but here's their swimming pond, fishing pond. It's not something that they're using right now, but they are working on. They've drained it and they're trying to do something and get it cleaned up. And she indicated that they might keep this as a fishing pond and put in a little swimming pond. That'd be kind of cool. So this flat area is used for tent camping, no electric, no anything, but this would have been the runway, and I can see where this would be a very long grass runway. And she said their property goes, I don't know if you can even tell, but way down there, there, where it stops being mowed is their property, but that runway continues all the way down to that tree line. That's kind of crazy. Can't land, well, not supposed to land here. It's not set up for that, but yeah, so that's Howling Hills in Wonewak, Wisconsin. Kind of cool. Like I said, they have water and electric, 50 amp at all the sites, and 30 of course. But they have a dump station. She said that was newly renovated, but yeah, the only thing I would recommend is some darn good mosquito spray, because the mosquitoes are plentiful. But it looks to me like I'm getting left behind, literally, because Jazz is checking lights on her trailer already. Looks like the camper's almost all put away, so I think I better stop jabbering and get hooked up and head back to the home base. And well, thanks for watching, and if you haven't made it this far, you better have already been subscribed, but if you haven't, please hit the subscribe button. And what do we say? See you in the next one.